Hello, everybody. Today's book is going to be Amelia Bedelia, Bookworm. Amelia Bedelia says things and she listens to everything and thinks the words are telling her something that they're not really telling her. So it becomes quite funny. We'll probably have to do this book in two parts. Part one. "Hi, Mrs. Page," said Amelia Bedelia. "How is the world's best librarian?" "Amelia Bedelia," said Mrs. Page, "am I glad to see you." "I give up," said Amelia Bedelia. "Are you glad to see me?" "Of course I am," said Mrs. Page. "I am just frazzled today." "What's wrong?" Amelia said. "It is my boss," said Mrs. Page. "The head librarian is stopping by, and when it comes to libraries and books, she knows it all." "She sounds very smart," said Amelia Bedelia. "Did she invent books?" "Almost," said Mrs. Page. "She has been around forever." "Don't worry," said Amelia Bedelia. "She'll love your library. The children do." "Thank you," said Mrs. Page. "I just wish her visit could be special." "I will help," said Amelia Bedelia. "First, I must return some books." Mrs. Page was astonished. "What have you done to them?" And she's looking. Look at all the books. She put clothes on them. "Remember," said Amelia Bedelia, "you said these books needed jackets. So I made a jacket for each book." Now, what does it mean when a book has a book jacket? We've talked about that at school. It's the extra cover that's over the outside of the book to protect it. "This book got a sweater," said Mrs. Page. "Sure," said Amelia Bedelia. "It's about the North Pole. It gets very cold there." Brrr. "Now I have seen everything," said Mrs. Page. "This is one book you can judge by its cover." "Excuse me," said Mark. "May I check out this book?" "Certainly," said Mrs. Page. "Here is your bookmark." "Yippee!" said Amelia Bedelia. "Free bookmarks for everyone." "Bookmarks," said Mrs. Page. "Who is giving out bookmarks?" "You are," said a girl. "You gave that boy a bookmark." "I did not," said Mrs. Page. "I said, 'Here is your book, Mark,' because that boy is named Mark." "My name is Danny," said Danny. "Too bad," said the girl. "You could have a bookmark." "That is not fair," said Danny. "No fair, no fair. I want a bookmark." "Amelia Bedelia," said Mrs. Page, "see what you have started." "I'm sorry," said Amelia Bedelia. Mrs. Page got paper, scissors, and pens. "Children, Amelia Bedelia will help each one of you to make a bookmark." "What about Mark?" said Amelia Bedelia. "Don't forget him," said Mrs. Page. "Make him a bookmark too. Just be as quiet as you can. I want to hear a pin drop." "Okay," said Amelia Bedelia. She threw her pen on the floor. "How was that?" said Amelia Bedelia. "Do you want to hear my pen drop again?" Mrs. Page just shook her head and walked away. When somebody says they want to hear a pin drop, it means so quiet in the room that if a pin would drop, that you would be able to hear it. Amelia Bedelia got right to work. She drew a picture of his bookmark of Mark on his bookmark. She made each bookmark special, and you can see here she's put the children's names on their bookmarks. Next, said Amelia Bedelia, what is your name? My name is Ralph, the next boy said, but I don't need a bookmark. I need help with my school report. What is it about? Said Amelia Bedelia. Dinosaurs, he said. You know Tyrannosaurus, Allosaurus, Stegosaurus, said Amelia Bedelia. That's the one, said Ralph. It figures, said Amelia Bedelia. If your last name is Saurus, you are probably a dinosaur. Excuse me, said a girl. I need some help too. I am looking for a thesaurus. Thesaurus, said Amelia Bedelia. What kind of dinosaur is that? I'm not sure, said the girl. Is a thesaurus a dinosaur? My teacher said I needed one to do my report. Now, a thesaurus is a special book like a dictionary, and it gives you all kinds of help with words. Gee, said Amelia Bedelia, you are way too late. Every saurus died millions of years ago. What am I going to do now? Said the girl. Let's make a bookmark for you, said Amelia Bedelia. What is your name? My name is Lisa, but I don't need a bookmark because Sam ate my book. Yipes, said Amelia Bedelia. Is Sam okay? Where is he? Sam is fine, said Lisa. Lisa pointed out the window. Sam is cute, she said, but he chews up everything. So Sam is the dog, and he's outside. Whew, said Amelia Bedelia. I was worried about Sam. I am worried too, said Lisa. Mrs. Page will be mad that her book got wrecked. I see, said Amelia Bedelia. Let's go talk to her. Mrs. Page, said Amelia Bedelia, Lisa has a book checked out. Mrs. Page looked up the title. Here it is, said Mrs. Page, How to Train Your Dog. That's the book, said Lisa, but Sam got it. Mrs. Page corrected Lisa. You mean Sam has it? Did he enjoy it? He sure did, said Amelia Bedelia. Sam devoured it. Wonderful, said Mrs. Page. We librarians love that. Now, to devour in the library sense means that they really enjoyed reading it. But of course, the little girl and Amelia Bedelia thinks that to devour something means to eat it. You do, said Amelia Bedelia. Oh, yes, said Miss Page, but it breaks my heart if a book is abused or lost. A missing book must be replaced. Of course, said Amelia Bedelia. Rules are rules, said Mrs. Page. You have to go by the book. Right, said Amelia Bedelia. We have to go by the book. You see, said Mrs. Page, lots of people depend upon us, especially those who cannot visit the library. I mean, take our bookmobile. An assistant interrupted her. Oh, Mrs. Page, the head librarian is here. We'll be here in 20 minutes. Goodness, said Mrs. Page, and she ran off to get ready. Lisa, said Amelia Bedelia, Mrs. Page told us what to do. We need to go buy the book, and we can take the bookmobile. May I come too? Said Lisa. Sure, said Amelia Bedelia. Just ask your mother first. Here she comes, said Lisa. She was teaching an art class. Lisa's mom gave permission. May I ask a favor? Said Amelia Bedelia. These children may need help with bookmarks and reports. I'll be glad to help, Lisa's mom said. Thanks, said Amelia Bedelia. We'll be right back. I love this bookmobile. So if you see, a bookmobile is like a little bus or van full of books that you can take around to different places. A long time ago, before we had a very big library, the bookmobile from Hernando used to come to our school. Let's pretend we've checked out all these books for ourselves. Lucky us, said Lisa. It was nice of Mrs. Page to loan us the bookmobile, said Lisa. It was all her idea, said Amelia Bedelia. She said, take the bookmobile. Stay here, Sam, said Lisa, and stay away from the books. So here's Sam. I found the book, said Amelia Bedelia. Good work, said Lisa. Guess what I found? A thesaurus. Where is it? Asked Amelia Bedelia. Right behind you. So if it's right behind the little girl, it must be a book. Run, hide, said Amelia Bedelia. Lisa laughed out loud. Come back, she said. A thesaurus is not a dinosaur after all. Jeepers, said Amelia Bedelia. Look at all these words. I can find just the right one to use. A man walked up to them. I am the manager of this store. What is all the ruckus about? Ruckus, said Amelia Bedelia. I like that word. Let's look it up. I would love to use it in a story. Aha, said the manager. Follow me. You are late. I am? Said Amelia Bedelia. He led them straight to the children's section of the bookstore. He said, I like your costume. I have never met a storyteller who dresses like a housekeeper. Lisa laughed. Amelia Bedelia did not laugh. She did not want to disappoint the manager or the children. So Amelia Bedelia told a terrific story about dinosaurs attacking the library. Mrs. Page, the brave librarian, saved every book from being chomped. All in all, it was quite a ruckus, said Amelia Bedelia. And here you see the story she's telling about all those dinosaurs. You are great, said the children. You are talented, said the manager. You are in trouble, said a police officer. And tomorrow we'll find out why Amelia Bedelia was in trouble. And so I'll see you in the next part of this book.